Hi, everybody. This is Miley Martin from Student Activities at Fresno City College with another FCC Spotlight for Asian American Month. Joining me today is a special person, Gurminder Sangha, who is the Dean of Educational Services for the Career and Technical Center. Hi, Gurminder. Good to see you.
Good morning and Sat Sri Akal, Miley. Thanks for having me, and you look fabulous.
I have put on my Indian outfit. I've got the jewelry, everything going, because it's a special day. We're having an interview today. I'm going to learn so much about you. So, first of all, I was amazed to hear you are an FCC alumni.
Yes, I am, and I'm proud to be Fresno City College Ram. I'm a proud Ram, yes.
So, as the Dean of Educational Services for the Career and Technical Center, and what has your educational journey been like? I'm just so excited that wow, you came through City College and you're just got a great position.
I'm amazed and blessed. I would say that I had great teachers along the way, but I will start that my first class was at Madeira Center when it was Reedley College in 1997. So that's where my journey began in education in the United States. So I migrated from India in 96 and 97. I started school. Then I started Fresno City College with my major as HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. And that's where my journey began. That's why I started learning about American education system. And then prior to that, I had no knowledge about what is a unit, what is an associate degree, how do you go about obtaining an associate degree, how many units you have to accumulate. So I went through the journey as many of our students go through every single day. So then I completed my diploma or certificate of achievement, and I had one of the best teachers anyone could imagine. His name was John Parks. One of the best teachers. I wish that I'm pretty sure there are many great teachers, but I will really admire and cherish his learning. He blessed us with his amazing teaching skills he had for us. After that, I finished my associate degree, and then I transferred to Fresno State in spring of 2000, where I finished my bachelor's in electrical engineering in 2002. So that is kind of my educational journey. And Fresno City, I still remember looking for parking spaces, and now we are finally going to get a multi-level parking structure. And I'm happy to say that we are growing leaps and bounds. We are building West Fresno Center. And then hopefully I will be kind of managing and providing leadership for the center as well. That's the plan. And I'm proud to be serving Fresno City College.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. This is so exciting. So, Gurminder, April is Asian American Month at Fresno City College, but it's also an auspicious month for Sikhs. Can you share the importance of this month of April for Sikhs and what these celebrations mean to you?
Great question. Emily, or no, I'm sorry, Miley. I'm so sorry to mispronounce your name. I think the part of the beauty of America, as we always share, is the melting pot. And that is the reason we are celebrating Asian month. And where we get to share our heritage, our belief system, and who we are. So April is a great historical month in Sikhism, which is the religion. Um, it is second birthday for all Sikhs. This is how we celebrate April. So in 1699, our 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, gave us the identity as you can see me today, which has you have to have unshorn hair, which is your case, and you have to wear like a turban, that's part of our identity. And we call them 5 Ks or K as alphabet K, because all of those 5 articles of faith begin with word or alphabet K. So one of them being case, which is hair. which is that there's a significance that God has given you. Whatever He's blessed you with, you should be happy with it. So we are all supposed to have unshorn hair. And then, and the turban is other significant component of that, where you tie it, and then you have to keep them clean. And then other um, component or article of faith is what they call them kanga, or is a small wooden cone, which you're supposed to keep it all the time with you. And kind of, and the part of that, the significance is that's cleanliness, but it is a spiritual cleanliness as well. So there's so many significance of these words. And then other one is a kada. So you probably have seen many Sikhs wearing a kind of iron bracelet. That is the other article of faith is, and then there are different belief system behind it. Is primarily it is just to not believe in blind faith and few other ideas behind it. Then other one is a small ceremonial sword. It's called kirpan, which you probably have seen some of our students perhaps on campus, or if you have attended any religious ceremonies at our gurudwaras, you probably have seen the priests and them wearing it. And the last one is called kachera, which is a special undergarment or underwear. That means your integrity in a way is that, so it's kind of it's a long, lengthy kachera, which signifies your integrity as a human being, right? So there are 5 articles of faith. I may have kind of not explained them very well, but I will provide some documents after that we can share with our audience so they can learn about the Sikh faith. So in other words, the auspicious day is called Vaisakhi. So 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, on 13th of April, 1699, created this identity for us, and we celebrate that as a birth of Khalsa, which is second birthday for all Sikhs. So that is so significant, significant in Sikh religion and Sikh faith, and it is celebrated all over the world. And as well, many of our states officials and as well across the world have declared month of April as a Sikh Appreciation and Awareness Month or Sikh Heritage Month. And in many of our local cities and counties have also declared they declared month of November as well. So again, depending on the time and how we celebrate it, but it's a April is month of Vaisakhi, where Khalsa was born, and we celebrate that as our second birthday of Sikh.
Well, I have attended the Vaisakhi. I've gone to your temple, the Gurudwara. It's hard to Gurudwara. I've
Yes.
gone at least 3 or 4 times. I've worn my outfit. That's why I have it. I have one more too. And I've been into the temple, sat there. I've received. They give you something to eat.
It's
I
called
think.
prasad. It's called prasad. So that is the one of so it is a very simple dish which is created with the simple wheat and sugar and flour. And then, so while the religious ceremonies are going on, and then after that, you bless it, that prasad, and you share it with everybody else. So this is kind of blessings from God in a way, and they share that with everybody else.
So the other part of visiting your temple that I look forward to is, of course, shopping, but eating all the wonderful food. The community comes together and you feed everyone. I couldn't believe it. They give so much food to everybody and so many different types of wonderful Indian food.
That is
Memorable.
it is amazing. That is one of the tradition which started by our first guru, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and then purpose of is called langar. And then and Marley, I know that one of the questions you'll be asking me, what is that we can do at Fresno City College? So what we are thinking, and I will answer that question right now, is that we
Okay.
perhaps will plan a langar at during our next month of April next year for our faculty, staff, and students. So langar is just a tradition started, which you just mentioned. It's a free food for anyone who comes to the temple. So that is part of the, so that is one of the well I would say, celebrated and done well by Sikhs across the world. And we have the largest free kitchen in the whole world. It's our temple. It's called Harimandir or Golden Temple. Perhaps people know it. And I think if a half a million meals are served every single day. And then if you go to any Gurdwara, you will get, nobody will ask you any questions and you will get free food because that's what we believe in, which is seva. How are we going to serve others? No matter what your religion is, nobody will ask you any questions about who you are, where you're from, but you will be first offered a meal, sit down and have a meal with us.
That was so impressive. I think for, of course, next year at Asian Fest, which is always the last Saturday of April, I know the temple ceremony is usually the week or two before that. Is it the third week, the third Saturday,
So
usually?
yes, so generally, so it's about 13th or 14th of April, depending on the calendar. But I think next year, 2022, it will be on 14th of April. That will be the kind of the day we celebrate Vaisakhi and the birth of Khalsa. So, and we can make the best out of it. What is the best solution will be, and we will all work together to make that happen.
Well, I would definitely want to share that experience with our students, faculty, and staff. And so, because of the pandemic and us all being off the campus, of course, we haven't celebrated Asian Fest in 2019, 2020. We can't do anything this year. So next year, of course, will be a huge celebration. And I'm really looking forward to planning. You'll be on our committee and you'll bring so many wonderful cultural elements to the event, which is exciting. So we talked about the pandemic and how it really has put a lot of our planning on hold. Um, and you mentioned that you would like to bring some Sikh pieces of culture to the campus, which is great. But because of this, all of us working from home, have you found any silver linings to this experience from being at home?
Um, I think being at home during COVID-19 really, I hope, made all of us think deeply about the purpose of education and purpose we serve. From me as a dean, I would share some of my experiences that I really truly believe in the competency our classified staff and administrators have or working together. So I believe that for me personally, it has really significantly improved connectivity.
Mhm.
In my opinion, I can really reach out to anyone as you and I are talking. And then it has built the community for us. However, it also has a lot of limitations. And we know that our students, many of the students, are not really um, for many of our classes not really adapting to the online learning and
Yes.
they're going through some struggle, there's no doubt about that. And I know that we as management and our staff are doing all we can to connect with our students. And then as a college, we are providing, as you may very well know, distance education training to our faculty to make sure they're effective in teaching practices to our students. However, it is not easy. It is not easy. Um, so that is from an education side of it. However, from a personal side of it, I think that it really made me feel that how important personal touch is, how important it is for us to build the personal connection with people, because that's how I think we all should flourish. And that is what, in my opinion, is the nourishment for your soul, is you and I are talking with one another, right? I think that piece was missing, and I
Yeah.
can't wait to get back to our normal life. So there is I always, might be personally, I'm very optimistic in nature. And with the optimism, I always look for opportunities to improve in no matter what adversity is thrown at us, right? That's a part of the belief system, religion. That's part of us, we do. So I think that there are a lot of opportunities, and then we can continue these type of engagements with our staff and students and community. I think we can build a wonderful community and take advantage of the tools at our disposal.
Yes, I totally agree with you. The silver linings we're having this conversation, which is wonderful. I know we're a distance apart. There have been a lot of silver linings for me, and it's really connecting with others, but in a different format. So that's always a positive thing. So it's time for us to close our interview, but is there anything else you would like to share for Asian American Month?
Definitely. So first, I wanted to say thank you to you, Miley, for having this, great opportunity and even coming up with this idea for us to really connect with one another and not only celebrate and a, live on a digital world for eternity. That's how I see it. Once we create these memories, which are the live log we are creating of 2021 April, celebrating Asian Month, and hopefully that will live in our glimpses and memories for years and years to come. That's one thing. So thank you for the opportunity. And I want to share a few things with you that we will be growing and working hard. When I say we, I'm talking about as faculty, staff, and in particularly celebrating our Asian Month. So one of the ideas I was discussing with a couple of our peers is that we will be perhaps having a couple of events. One of them would be a turban day where we bring in perhaps turbans free, and then we will be tying the turbans. Perhaps you can participate as
I'd
women.
love to.
Yes, and then we can bring in everybody together and do that. That's the one thing, and we'll do langar perhaps as well as a part of that the Asian month and celebrate the culture and heritage, and perhaps some religious dances, which is always fun, right? We can bring in our youth, and we have a couple of local groups who do Bhangra and Gidda very well. Bhangra and Gidda being two traditional dances of Punjabi Sikh. And furthermore, as a long-term strategy, it'd be good for us to think about how we can perhaps, in a systematic way, educate or create opportunities for others to learn about other ethnicities, right? So in this case, Punjabi or Sikh or Punjabi language. We have 40 to 50,000 residents or citizens within our local vicinity. How we can kind of bring that to the highlight, and perhaps some ethnic studies programs if we can, right? If there's a need for it. So these are the few ideas I have. I would love to work with everybody else as an education institution and start some opportunities for our community to learn about it. And I want to end with a somber note, but I really want to acknowledge the importance of these events. When I heard Dr. Cho a couple of weeks ago, and he mentioned Winston Chin, I
Yes.
had no idea about the Vincent Chin story. I went back and watched the documentary on PBS with myself, and I had my family sit down with me. So I learned about Vincent Chin, and hopefully, and this is the cultural exchange. This is the journey of immigrants in the country. It is the obstacles we feel collectively. Not that it is intentionally put on, perhaps maybe so, but how are we going to acknowledge them and overcome them, right? Collectively to make our college and make our community better for all of us. So that is a few things I would like to mention, and hopefully we can create those opportunities about Sikhism, Punjabi language, and cultural heritage for others to learn.
Gurminder, wonderful closing remarks for Asian American Month. I want to thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and your suggestions for improvements in equity and culture at Fresno City College. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.